Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? So I'm probably not going to make this video long. It's just something that I'm going to give my take on, which could be brief but could end up being a long video. So as some of you, or as many of you might know, last night, it was either last night or the day before, Tommy Sotomayor had a very heated discussion with Dr. Umar Johnson's daughter. Now, a lot of you know that Dr. Umar Johnson is a very big con man and scammer who does not care about the black community at all. He pretends like he gives a fuck about black people, black Americans, and Africans, because the very last time I followed him, which I don't follow him anymore. He was I remember he was supposedly Pan Africanist, but anyway, he really doesn't give a fuck about black people or Africans in that matter. He could care less about them, and is just making videos just for views and monetization. And I also remember quite some time that he was asking people to pay like tens and thousands of dollars that people just can't afford to pay to someone who is a complete stranger on the internet. But anyway, jumping forward to the present year 2025, a few days ago this month, Dr. Umar Johnson's daughter had a very heated discussion with Tommy Sotomayor. And by the way, I didn't even know. Since I've been following Dr. Umar Johnson for a long time, I never knew he even had children. I actually thought he was a single virgin all his life. Because I do remember seeing a video of him from a while back where he was living in this very crowded house like a fucking hoarder. It's like an episode from the television series Hoarders. Anyway, Dr. Umar Johnson's daughter had a very heated discussion with Tommy Sotomayor. They were discussing about her upbringings, with Dr. Umar Johnson and her mother, which I believe they're separate. Based off my comprehension and understanding. So they were just Dr. Umar Johnson's daughter, whatever her name is, was just going back and forth with Tommy Sotomayor. And I did watch part of the live stream both of them did. And, even though a lot of people were saying that she's emotionally immature, and, Dr. Umar, I don't know. Dr. Umar Johnson is like the cause of her upbringings and struggles. Whatever kind of argument they were having, she was actually. A lot of people were saying that she was being disrespectful and detestable, but she was actually talking very calmly to Tommy Sotomayor. And as another commenter mentioned, she was like, she seems to be more mature than Tommy Sotomayor, who is a grown ass man somewhere in his mid 40s to late 50s, whatever the fuck age this dude is. So they were having back and forth arguments, and they got to a point in the live stream where she said something he didn't like, and he just went on a huge total outburst on her for no reason at all. Well, yeah, she was being disrespectful towards him, but still, seems to me that if you go back and watch the live stream, seems to me that this guy, this so-called grown ass man, is indeed very immature, and this young lady, who's some say is 22 years old, is a lot more mature than him, because he went on a complete outburst like a little baby, like a little boy, and he started saying derogatory, disparaging comments about black women, how black women are this, how black women are that, how black women can never be respected, this, that, and the third. And he was also calling this young woman, who literally just came out from being a child, just came out from her teenage years, a grown ass man. Okay, and I heard this with my own ears. Go back and watch the live stream. You can find it over YouTube. This grown ass man, so called grown ass man, who's supposed to be intellectual and mature, he called this young woman a whore. A whore. Can you imagine a whore and a hoe? And, this is one of the many reasons why Tommy Sotomayor, why black men like Tommy Sotomayor will never, ever, ever be revered and respected in the black community. He's calling a young black woman a whore. Do you know, and a hoe? Do you know how emotionally damaging that can do and be for her life? This is why a lot of black women, why a lot of black girls grow up hurt. Because you have up until today, you still have a lot of black men in the black community who talk so disparaging and derogatory and so hateful towards black women. And I see it at my work. A lot of black men at my work talk so bad about black women and make advices to other people why they shouldn't date black women. And they're the very same ones that be fucking with, cracker females and other races of females, but talk so fucking hateful towards black women. And now you have like a movement and this issue of black women divesting from black men because they're just so emotionally hurt, where they divest from black men and cling to other races of men. Is that what you want for your for your community's black men? Like, to see this in the year 2025, as I'm noticing a lot of black people waking up, unifying, and standing strong together, because black people have nobody else but themselves. Okay, it's still sad to see black men in the year 2025, and I don't know how much more longer this is going to persist, but it's so sad to see black men like Tommy Sotomayor talking so trash and hateful towards black women, and even going so far as to calling them little hoes and bitches and whores. Like, Tommy, that is so very evil, hateful, and immature of you. And I don't give a shit if this video ends up getting brought to his attention and he ends up trying to seek my ass and chew my ass out. I don't give a shit. Okay? I'm not doing this for clout chasing either. Before he also decides to call me a clout chaser. I'm not doing this for clicks. I'm not doing this for views. None of the videos I do for fucking money, views, and clicks. Okay? I do it because because truth and righteousness is embedded within me. So I make videos to speak truth and knowledge. And I don't give a shit. Like I said, this ends up getting brought to his attention, and he ends up seeking me and wanting to have a face-to-face conversation with me on one of his future live streams. I don't give a shit. I'll be more than ready for it. Because this is just sad madness. And, a lot more black people need to call this shit out for what it is. Because I see a lot of black people on social media siding on him and, disregarding and being so inconsiderate of the feelings of this young black woman who's going to grow up hurt because of what this black man has said to her. And I don't know what the fuck her father, Dr. Umar Johnson, is gonna do about it. I don't know if he's gonna end up retaliating back against Sotomayor for this, but black men need to do better, okay? You know, black women need to do better with, you know, raising their families. You know, black men also especially need to help black women rise and grow as the queens they are and children of the Most High. But I just wanted to come over here and give you my take on this. I don't know what the outcome of this is going to be. Hopefully, whatever name this female is, I hope she's doing okay right now. I hope she will emotionally heal and cure from this. I hope her parents end up doing something about this. Maybe even press charges against Sotomayor, but technically, since she's 22 years old, she's now considered an adult, so she's not a kid anymore. So I guess there's nothing that law enforcement and authorities can do for her behalf. But I hope that she's doing all right now. She's, you know, healing and curing from this. And I just hope that karma ends up biting Sotomayor back in the ass. Well, let me know what you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys on the next video on another topic.